proposition is a core benefit or solution that differentiates your products or service from your competitors and position it as the best possible option in the market. So what we're saying is that that product that you're selling, that service that you're selling, what benefit does it give to your customer? And comparing to what other people who are selling the same thing or giving the same service, is your own better? What is unique about it? Because if you don't develop this, you'll just be like every other business. Because in business, you can never remove competition. Competition must exist. So the best way to differentiate your product or your service from your competitor is what? By developing a unique value proposition. So it doesn't matter what your business is. If you are selling plantain chips, for instance, everybody is selling plantain chips. What you should do is not just lower your price for the same quantity. Try adding something else into when you are producing the chips. You can also try to use vacuum sealers. So while the other products can only last 3 days, your own can last a month. There are a lot of things you can bring in to make your product distinct because the competitions are high. Okay, let me give you a key on how to develop your value proposition. Look at the screen now. Because a lot of people find it difficult to do this, but this is the key on how your business can grow. Number one, you must identify your customer's main problem. You have to identify it, understand your target audience, understand your competitors. You must list the benefits your product or service provides. Then you have to differentiate yourself as the preferred provider of this value. Then brainstorm and develop it. So this is just a simple guide on how you can develop your unique value proposition. But please bear in mind, this is very critical and important for you to succeed in your business. Now, the fourth one is you have to build a reliable supply chain and customer base. Most of you open up a business without realizing that if you do not have a regular supply, you have a problem. I'm talking about plantain. Let me use plantain for instance. All of you know that some of these products have season. Like now it's plantain season. So at a point it becomes scarce. So is your product, is your supply chain using plantain as a raw material? You're producing soap, you need palm oil. I hope you understand that palm oil have seasons. And if you don't capitalize on the season to buy, you probably have a problem. So you must develop a proper supply and reliable chain. If not, a time will come when you run out of stock. And do you know the danger? Immediately you run out of stock, you start losing your customers. Because your customers will probably approach a more disciplined entrepreneur who knows how to arrange his business, his supply chain, so that it doesn't run out of production. Okay. The next thing I want us to look at is financial management. We talked about this a lot in the last class, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Put it on the screen. We spent a whole class talking about financial literacy. But let me just browse through it because we really spent a lot of time in the last class talking about it. So you must separate your personal and business finances. I explained this to you. Maintain proper bookkeeping and cash flow management. Prepare realistic budget and forecasts. Explore financial options like loans, grants, and investors. Monitor profitability and expenses. Now, please, I spent a lot of time in the last class. I'm not going to spend that time again here. But what is most important is make sure you keep your books, record every sale you make, record every expenses you make. Ensure that you pay your money into your bank. Don't use your business money for personal expenses. You have to be very, very disciplined. So you can go back to the last class and listen more on financial literacy. Okay. The next thing we want to talk about is marketing and customer relations. Marketing and customer relations. Please pay attention. No matter how efficient you are, no matter what you do, there is nothing